Is Friday, the 1st of November, 2024. I had originally said 10 o'clock. Then I had to change the post to 10:30, but IRL people got out of here in time, and I was able to get on here 10 minutes before I posted. So, um, alright, we're on leg 5. This was, parking spot, ramp parking 36 at Mobile. I don't remember if this is where we parked, because I couldn't figure any good landmarks when we landed in leg 4, so, here at Mobile. So I just picked a spot. Luckily, we got a short taxi, or hopefully, we got a short taxi to the runway. It looks like we do, but you never know how ATC will send us. So, I don't... Let's go over our trip. And I had to get a bigger board to write down these flight notes. So, we have... And I'll let you stare at this pretty plane while I read this off to you. Because I don't, well, actually, how about I read it off as I have the camera on it. So we're on leg 5 on our trip to the Republic of Texas Capitals. We're in the T6 Texan, livery 5. Today's leg flight should take about 2 hours and is 224 nautical miles. We're departing from Kilo Bravo Foxtrot Mike, aka Mobile International, or within the game, it's called Mobile Downtown. And like I said, I picked ramp parking 36. We will arrive at Kilo Bravo Tango Romeo, also known as Baton Rouge Metropolitan, Ryan. So I don't know where the Ryan part is. I didn't look into any history about the name. Okay. We have points of interest. We're going to fly over the Alabama on our way out. We're going to, and I picked these. These were not in the default flight. I handpicked these. So we're going to go to Fort Massachusetts. And then we got Crescent City Connection, New Orleans Bridge. Now, our waypoints. The waypoints are your radials. So, I am flying VFR again today. And those would be Sierra Juliet India, Papa Charlie Uniform, Romeo Quebec Romeo, and our flyovers. These are airports I either picked as a waypoint marker, or we are actually flying over. So we have Kilo Mike Oscar Bravo, which is Mobile Regional. We've got 5 Romeo 2, which is Ocean Springs. We have Kilo Mike Sierra Yankee, Armstrong, New Orleans International. We've got Kilo Alpha Papa Sierra, St. John the Baptist Parish. And we have 6 Lima Alpha 2, Capalzi. Let me spell this out for you in case you can't read my writing here. Charlie Alpha Papa Oscar Zulu, Oscar, Lima, India. That is today's flight. On leg 5. Oh, I do have another note up here, don't I? Oh, I set the cruise altitude to 15. But lately we've noticed that the AI pilot likes to fly higher than that. And in case I need it, let's get the camera stand set up. And I hope I don't need it because it didn't work out very well the other day. Alright, folks. Make sure the cords are where I can reach them and not tangled up here. Okay. Phone cord in my lap. Gotta get my gaming gloves on. There's the right one and the left one. Alright. We're gotta unmute the TV. I do that because if you've played this game, you know the intro music's quite annoying. Alright. Gotta get the remote in my lap. Let's get in the cockpit. Hello, welcome in. We're just about to start the engines and get this flight moving. I already went through all the flight details. So, let's get us started up. I think we're started up. Maybe not. Oh, let's see here. Gotta move the controller for a second. Before we start the engines, we need to Shift P. Does Shift P not work all the time? I thought Shift P was the command to move, to taxi. Okay, let's get the engine started first then. Okay, now can we move? I need Shift P. Okay, it's not working. Anyway, we're started up. Okay, let's... call ATC. I'm gonna try doing as much as this by hand as possible. Okay, I'm on the screen. I gotta zoom in so I can see what's going on. Let's listen to ATC first.
Downtown airport information, Whiskey 140 Zulu. Wind 103 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, few clouds at 2,800 feet, few clouds at 5,100 feet, 14,300 feet scattered. Temperature 24. Dew point 10. Altimeter 30.16. ILS runway 32 in use. Landing and departing runway 32. VFR aircraft take direction of flight. All aircraft read back home short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Whiskey.
Alright.
Downtown airport information.
And I forget to do this when we're in flight before we land. Okay. What are our ground services? Repress fuel, go back. So, I want that. We have all these requests, request taxi stuff. I don't know. I know what direction I think we're leaving. I think we're departing south to the north and then turning to the north. But I am just gonna exit this. Let me zoom back out. I exit that, and we're transferring. Okay, co-pilot, you have the controls. At least I believe I did that. Do we have AI on? Yeah. Well, are they gonna move? You know, folks, this is when I don't know what's going on. And well, this is where I restart. That's the only way I know to fix that. And I left the AI in control, so when we spawn in, the co-pilot will be doing everything. But let's get a little tour of the airport here. I didn't know I picked us to be at the fuel stand. I thought we were actual parking spot. But... Alright. Okay, wait a minute. I need to fix our gas because we're going 224 miles and we never know what will happen in this game. So let's fuel up. I don't know why it's doing this. I think it's because I have the unlimited fuel turned off, that this waypoint thing keeps popping up at the beginning of my flights now. But okay, now okay, it's your aircraft again, co-pilot. Again, I thought it was Shift P, but maybe it's because I was using the right shift button in P. I kind of can't use the left shift and P at the same time. And I thought I had turned co-pilot on. It is on. What's going on? Is the game... Don't tell me I did all this and the game's busted somehow. Alright. Well, folks, we might not be having a stream after all if I can't figure out what's going on. Okay. I hand cranked, I turned it on, gave it back to the co-pilot. God, I don't know what's going on right now. Usually we're... It's not like there's a whole lot of prep to go through. Okay, wait, I want the checklist. I mean... I've already started, but okay, we'll go through these steps.
Parking brake. Set. indicators.
Alright, so it needs me
Check.
to do these.
Left fuel quantity indicators. Check. Fuel selector. 20 gallons. Reserve. Flaps. Up. Landing gear. Down. Carburetor heat. Cold in. Alternator. On. Battery master switch. Off. All remaining electrical equipment. Off. Attitude indicator. Uncaged.
Okay, let's go to the next. Again, normally I don't mess with this, but
Control stick.
the AI wasn't really doing anything.
Propeller area. Clear. Throttle. Open half an inch. Mixture. Bridge. Prop RPM lever. Min RPM. Battery switch. On. Alternator. On. Magnetos. Both. Prime. As required. Manual fuel pump. As required. Starter.
Where's the circle at? Okay.
On. Throttle.
Wow.
Between 500 and 600 RPM. Oil pressure. Check.
Alright. Now warm up. Granted, the propellers have been going, so I don't know if they're actually wasting fuel right now. Or should be, which is not what I want to be doing, sitting here on the ground.
Max RPM. Throttle.
Okay, I think that's before takeoff in the next category.
Between 1200 and
So we
1400
don't do that
RPM.
till we're on the runway.
Fuel selector. 55.2 gallons. Right.
Yeah, okay, so we've done the checklist for as far as we can go. Okay. Uh-oh. Well, I gave it to the co-pilot and you heard the RPMs drop. I'm gonna give it a few minutes here because I need the co-pilot system to work, or we're gonna have a very short stream indeed. Because there's no there's no autopilot in here. And I'm not about to try to hand fly with one hand 224 nautical miles and hitting waypoints I told you we were gonna hit. There's no way I could do it. I probably couldn't even do it with both hands. Alright, I'm gonna sit you guys down, staring at the screen at a wrong angle for a minute. Whoa, sorry everybody. Everything's falling off my lap. Don't go anywhere. Whew. Sorry everybody. Yeah, the controller fell off my lap. The phone. Okay, so hold on a minute, guys. Let's see. I need Shift P is what I'm trying to work for here. Or is it cap locked P? Control P. I gotta figure this out, guys, or we're not getting off the ground. And the controller stopped working for me as well. Alright. Probably because it fell off my lap. There we go. Okay. Okay, I need to turn that off. Okay. He is turned off. The co-pilot guy gave me control back. So, Control P. Alt P. Control Alt P. Control Shift P. Alt Shift P. Nothing. I tried all the combinations I know, and of course, because I've only got the one device, I can't look up that. So, I'm sorry you guys gotta sit at that angle right now. Hopefully no one's actually, trying to chat, because I won't see it. And it doesn't look like anybody is. We gotta get us off the ground, and then maybe the AI will do something. So...
Downtown airport information, Whiskey 1400 Zulu. Wind 103 at 6.
we'll listen to ATIS again.
10. Sky condition, few clouds at 2,800 feet, few clouds at 5,100 feet, 14,300 feet scattered. Temperature, 24. Dew point, 10.
If I can't get us moving,
0.16.
this will just have to be an uploaded video that's not a live stream. But, hello, welcome in. We're having some difficulties getting ourselves out of this airport. My co-pilot seems to not want to work today. And if he doesn't want to work, well, I don't know what we'll be doing. Because if I have to fly myself, this live stream is going to look very nasty, and I won't be able to chat with anybody because my phone will be on the phone stand and will be at a weird angle that you guys don't see everything. Alright, that's enough of the ATIS. Alright, so I gotta figure out, I know we're going south to turn north, so I gotta do this myself because again, co-pilot doesn't want to do his job today. We're not going straight out. Depart to the north. Yeah, we're departing to the north.
Downtown ground 981783. Whiskey request taxi for takeoff departure to the north.
981783 taxi to an hold short of runway 32 via taxiway Bravo cross runway 14 Alpha cross runway 36 Alpha. Contact tower on 118.8 when ready.
Alright, now, I never
Taxi 2 and hold short runway tree.
picked and wrote down the runway we were taking off from or anything because I figured that was going to change, and it usually does. Okay, now that I did that, don't tell me the co-pilot feature got taken out of this aircraft in the recently. Nope. Okay. No, we're moving. The controller's vibrating. We're moving. Maybe not the way we want to move because we should have backed up. But I couldn't get the. I couldn't remember what the keyboard command was for the pushback. So, or I would have manually done the pushback. Alright, and I gotta make sure to take over here in a little bit so I can do the actual takeoff. We'll let the co-pilot get us to the runway. Maybe we're not getting to the runway. I gotta... My aircraft. And... why? Let's slew us out of here. Okay. Now, your aircraft again, co-pilot. Uh-oh. You see this? Slew made the plane shut off. We're just not having good luck today. Are we? Yeah, we're trying. Okay. My hand. I didn't know if the co-pilot actually had control for a second there. Keep turning right, please. Please. Oh my God. Alright. God, I'm gonna have to fix this again. Well, my... And our engines got cut off again. That's interesting. Okay. Co-pilot's aircraft again. God. I'm probably gonna run out of gas and have to do a stop halfway through at the rate we're going. Now, can you please get us to the runway? We haven't even gotten the little chevrons to taxi to the right place. Where are they going? Okay, this is getting silly. I know, you guys. It's dumb to even to me. Now that I see some chevrons, okay. Now, can you please get us to the runway, co-pilot, so we can take off? Will you avoid obstacles like buildings, please? Well, has anybody been chatting? Nope. Alright, well, I've seen the number on this screen go up to 1, back to 0, so I think someone might be watching, because I can't really trust the little icon that tells you people are watching. Because it likes to blink back and forth, but, I know it's not been a good start. Are we oh, we're going down part of this runway to take off on a different runway. But you know what? My aircraft. Okay, flaps down. Full throttle. Airspeed's alive, and take off. Whoa! No, I wasn't. Okay, go. Alright, your aircraft. Grant, oh wait. Can't make it his aircraft. I'm in a fence. Okay. Yeah, that. It felt like I was a little screwed up there with airspeed. Okay. And, yep, I know. Okay, so let's start us up again. And your aircraft. So much for trying to do a takeoff. Although, yeah, I wasn't cleared because I was on the wrong runway. That's what it was. And maybe I was doing something with the stick, but I thought I was pulling the stick straight back. Welcome in. We're still half hour into this stream trying to take off from Mobile. We've had a lot of ground issues. And my co-pilot not knowing how to avoid buildings on our taxi to the runway, and the co-pilot didn't want to make the initial radio call, so I had to, which means we're probably not taking off exactly the way I thought we would. Because we should have been taking off on that runway that we are just on. Okay, there's the tower off to the left, and now it's at our 6. This stream's definitely probably going a lot longer than I had planned. I was thinking 3 hours, but I'm not even off the ground yet. And for a while there, I thought this wasn't going to be a stream at all, because I thought the co-pilot wasn't going to work at all today. Without the co-pilot, you guys wouldn't have saw much. Well, I know I'm being a tad quiet right now. I'll give you information, and I gave you all the flight information beginning of the stream. I might rehash a little bit of it when we get a few more viewers in here. And I'll go through what I know about what I know when we get up in the air. Okay, looks like we're crossing another runway. We're not taking off on the runway I had planned for us to take off on. We'll put it that way. Again, I had to pick which way we were taxiing out, and I picked to the north, which would have been the opposite direction, probably of where I should have said. I should have said we were going to the south. But I knew we were departing to the south, but then we were turning north, so I thought it would be, or the takeoff showed me we were gonna go south and then turn to go north. So I figured it was departure to the north, but maybe I screwed that up. Maybe I should have said departure to the south, because I think we're circling all the way around to the same runway I wanted to take off, but we're going the other from that direction on the south side of the runway, which is fine, but I would have picked a different parking spot. This will line us up at a shorter distance to our first waypoint anyway, which is the USS Alabama that I decided to pick and fly over in this leg. I did it in the previous leg as well. In this flight, I actually picked stuff that was not necessarily right directly in our flight path. Fort Massachusetts was off the flight path if you went direct to Baton Rouge. The New Orleans Bridge was the same, and so was the Alabama. So all my points of interest were kind of way off the path. Yeah, see, I picked the wrong direction for us, because we had to go all the way to the other end of the runway. Usually the AI does it, and I mean, the AI radio is where we take the takeoff and departure, but I had to pick the departure, and I didn't pick the correct one. I should have picked to the south. Okay, it looks like we're coming up. We should be getting our clearance to take the runway.
International Tower Matty 8178 tree ready for departure to the south at runway tree 2.
Matty 8178 tree with 103 and 6. South departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 2.
Now, this is crazy. So my avatar pilot is a female, yet we just heard me radioing the tower with a male voice. You never know what your AI voice is going to be. Which way are we taking off? Okay. Wait for them to line up. Center line. That's about it. Give it back to me. Flaps down. Let's put the brake on. Okay. Flaps down. Full power. Release brakes. Okay, I can't handle this with one hand. It's got to go back to the co-pilot. I just couldn't get it this time, folks. I couldn't get us up in the air quick enough without the rudder really taking control. Oh, we're going to take off from the grass? Are we up? We're up. Okay. We are, and we've got climb rate. Can I get the... Well, I hit gear up, but I don't know if I actually did it or if the AI pilot, the co-pilot did. Alright, folks, we're out.
International Tower 98-178 tree, continuing for south departure.
Yeah, I definitely did the wrong departure. Okay, let's get in the cockpit for a second here. As we start to turn to go right, to go north. Like I thought we were going to do. Man, this was a hell of a takeoff we were doing. Just to prepare to take off. And then I had to abort my attempt of a takeoff once. And then the second time I did it, I just gave it back to the co-pilot, and then we took off out of the grass because the co-pilot didn't realign on the runway, which I'm glad, because that would have taken another 15-20 minutes probably, and we would have ran into objects again. But okay, we are out. Finally, though. I said our first waypoint we're hitting is a point of interest I personally picked, and that's to fly over the Alabama again. The USS Alabama, BB-60. I don't know what the BB stands for other than it is a battleship. I believe Alabama was in Battleship Row on the morning of December 7th, 1941, when Pearl Harbor came under attack. But I'm not sure. It looks like an airport right here. This wasn't where we were at. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. But yeah, this is probably where we should have took off from, was out this way. Which would have made sense coming light. Yeah, Yeah, because if I had said departing south, we would have taken off coming this way. Probably. Right? And you always want to make sure that if you have an engine problem, you can get back to land. So we're not coming that far out over the water here, the Gulf of Gulf of Mexico. At least I thought we weren't coming straight too far. I think if engine problem, we'd make it back to land, but you never know. And the first time I did this near the Alabama, I took the drone down. I'm not going to do that this time. We've already wasted enough time getting off the ground. And now I've noticed something strange when I hit end on my lives. The screen goes to it goes to the upload part, and it says waiting. Now, I don't know what that means, because it sits there for like over a day, and but yet I can watch the replay right away. In fact, I know people can watch it right away because nobody, there's very few of you that come in and join me during these lives. But while it still says waiting on my upload analysis thing, I see people are watching because it shows how many views I'm getting. So, okay, we haven't flown over our waypoint just yet, have we? I don't think we've flown over Alabama just yet. There is a naval base apparently over here, because it looks like the other day we had some vessels in a harbor over here. Yeah, see? Alright, well, we're, welcome in, everybody. We finally got off the ground. We are about to pass over the USS Alabama, which was right here. So we didn't pass over it, we flew past it. And we looked at the Alabama in our previous stream. Oh,
Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Cleared through Charlie airspace, 9817
so, those of you that watched the previous leg, we had a near mid-air collision on our way to land at Mobile. And, I went back, watched my own replay, and because I was talking to, Luke at the time, I wasn't paying attention to the radio call. And I, from now on, will be trying to figure out how to have ATC window pulled up. Because, the jet that nearly took us out of the air, which wasn't an Airbus, which looked a lot smaller than they are in real life, but it looked a lot smaller when we were flying next to it, or it nearly T-boning us out of the air. They were supposed to follow us on final. However, we, as in the co-pilot, never radioed that we were on our base leg and that we were turning onto our final. And I think the ATC gave the Airbus the right of way over us afterwards. So, not granted, there's nothing I could have done about it. The AI pilot was in control. The AI was in control. I had the other plane, but we didn't make our radio calls about where we were in the pattern, or else if we did, maybe the Airbus would have been told to hold. Because of the mid-air collision, the near-air collision, we couldn't land on our first go-around. We had to, if you watch this, I took control. I was going to land, and I realized the wheels were up. So I had to full throttle, give myself a bit of the stick, give a little bit of the stick back, pull back on the stick, because we were about 30 feet off the ground, because I was going to land. And I probably still could have landed, but the wheels were not down. I would have had to do a belly landing, and I have aircraft damage turned on. I don't have crash damage turned on, but I have aircraft damage turned on, along with engine stresses. That would have pretty much ended the stream when we landed, because it would have been a lot of crash damage that would have just been crippled the aircraft if I had physically landed. But I managed to get us up enough to give it back to the co-pilot for us to do another go around to land at Mobile. But yeah, that was a horrific mid-air collision, and then luckily I was able to, get us to where we needed to go. And what are we coming up here on? Okay, so we have, I don't know what's coming up at 10 miles an hour, or at 10 nautical miles. This is Mobile Regional coming up. Okay, so this is Mobile Regional. This is the other airport in Mobile. It looks just as big as the Mobile International, but apparently has less traffic. And the short runway here looks like it's newly paved. Is that a new runway? Yeah, that's a new runway. So that's a newly paved runway. So there's, let's see, 1, 2, maybe 3 runways for regional. Hello, welcome in. Drop a chat, say hi, hit that thumbs up, hit subscribe if you enjoy this content and want to see more of it, and remember to hit your notify bell so you're notified of when a video goes up or when I put a post about when I might be going live. I have been trying to come up with a schedule for when I go live throughout the week, and I've at least been trying to post more than an hour ahead of time. I see the little person icon blinking in and out from 1 to 0, so I hope someone's actually here the whole time. And you're stealth watching. Nothing wrong with stealth watching. But I'd like to know who's at least who might be watching, so I appreciate at least a hey, what's up? Or the thumbs up works well. I mean, if it's a 0 and I get a number 1 on the thumbs up thing, then I know someone's still watching. Alright, we're about to hit this other waypoint. Oh, this is our first radial. This would be, what did I say? Our radios. This would be Sierra Julia India. I don't know if we're in Louisiana yet. I'll talk about what I know about Louisiana when I know we hit a waypoint that's in Louisiana. And that won't be when we get to the airport, because we've got at least I know our third waypoint is Louisiana. What is our next arrow point of interest? Straight ahead, right? Nope, that's... So, Baton Rouge Metropolitan, Ryan is 145 miles away. But this is our next waypoint. We bounce around. We definitely this time are not going at a straight path. But okay, 28 miles is our next marker waypoint. So that should be, it's a waypoint, so that should be 5 Romeo 2, known as Ocean Springs. But I definitely needed this bigger board, because now I can write stuff down, and I kind of should know where we're going, because I put stuff kind of in the order we're flying over it. Yeah, so the way I did this, I mean, I individually picked these, so they are waypoints, but airports and and points of interest, flyovers, point of interest, waypoints are manually inputted by me, and then of course the VORs are the radials that the flight automatically puts in, and I might have actually deleted some or added deleted one of them or so, but I wrote down our radials we're using, and our the flyovers are airports we fly near that I had picked to put in, whereas I made actual waypoints is our is the other thing. So I believe that's 5 Romeo 2 at our next waypoint, but because the waypoint marker is the same for our flyovers as the POIs, I'm not sure. Fort Massachusetts is out in the middle of the Gulf. It's an island, so I don't think that's it that we're coming up on. And of course we got some haze. Now, if we don't hit this marker at 23, then something's going to end. We're on VOR, but it looks like there's plenty of storm clouds up ahead, which shouldn't affect you on a VOR. If it was VFR completely, yes. We're at 6,000 feet and climbing, and we are going 113 miles an hour. And this is a circled thing as a target, so target is usually a waypoint. But this is either a point of interest or an airport. Again, I'm not sure. I wrote these down in the order we were going over them, But I didn't write down like the waypoints, points of interest, and flyovers in the actual order we flew over everything. But as of flyovers, this is the order we hit them first. We already hit the K Mob, which was the Mobile regional, and then we hit SJI, and we've hit Alabama, or USS Alabama. We did not hit it, but we flew over. So we've done those, but like I said, I didn't actually write them down in the exact order we did everything in. Because I wanted to separate them. I wanted to separate my points of interest, the actual waypoints were the radials, and then my flyovers. Only in some instances, like if I did a GPS and I made a whole custom flight, then every waypoint would have been a custom waypoint, and therefore waypoints and flyovers and points of interest would all be technically in one category, and I would have just broke them down in the order we hit them, because of them being personal waypoints. And it looks like this might be that second the second airport, the 552 Romeo. Yeah, I don't think it's not PCU, and I don't think this is Fort Massachusetts. Fort Massachusetts is out in the Gulf. So this is the 5-2 Romeo. Ocean Springs. I don't know if airport, field, I don't know. We don't have any naval outlying landing fields this time. And look at this, I've already been live for an hour, a little over an hour now, and we are nowhere close. So yeah, this stream is going to be longer than any other stream so far, I believe. Most of the problem was because the AI did not want to work properly for me, and all the mess getting off the ground. Yeah, we're heading into a mess of clouds, which means we might not actually get to see our waypoints that I picked. $11,050 feet, huh? So we'll be above the clouds here. So I'm not going to be able to verify whether this is the Ocean Springs or not. We know it is not a radial. So I don't think this, like I said, Fort Massachusetts, my next point of interest, was out in the Gulf. Again, I'm on live time, live weather. I'm not sure if we're in Massachusetts yet, or not sure if we're in Louisiana just yet. Okay. 12 nautical miles. Again, we won't know what this airport is because I'm not gonna try and fly below it. There is a little bit of an opening in the sky here, so. What does that say? Coalfield. Okay. So we saw Coal Field, is down there. You know, it's funny, if I pick an airport as a waypoint, you don't actually get the name of it in the, here now. So I'm not sure what we're flying over at all. But we're definitely in the middle of the clouds. Well, let me get me a drink here. I have no idea what else I'm doing today other than this. I don't know if I'm flying with Wolf Air Aviation today or what, so.
981783, you're leaving my airspace. Resume on navigation. Contact approach on 121.6. Good day.
Alright, folks. So, Ocean Springs is what this waypoint is.
Goodbye.
Which, so that was 5 Romeo 2.
9,300 feet.
981783, approach altimeter 30.15 radar contact continue.
But we're not gonna see the airport. We're too far in the middle of all this cloud. Ooh, we got an aircraft above us?
981783, contact Houston Center on 127.
Yeah, we had
Good day.
an aircraft above us.
127.65, 981783. Goodbye. Houston Center, 981783, 9,600 feet.
981783, Houston Center altimeter 30.15 radar contact continue.
Ooh, here's a point of interest. We have Kessler Air Force Base off at 12 miles off to our 3 o'clock. Well, not our 3 o'clock, really, it's, you know, whatever. It's out there. It's not a point of interest I personally picked, but hey, I'm going to read off names when I see them. But right now, we're just in the midst of clouds. And we have another aircraft above us over here. We've got a... Don't know what that is. That's probably a GA. It's not an airliner.
Generic Flight 6 Alpha, contact Houston Center on 132.6. Good day. 981783, contact Houston Center on 132.6. Good day.
1 tree, 2.6, 981783. Goodbye. Houston Center, 981783, 10,300 feet.
981783, Houston Center altimeter 30.14 radar contact continue.
Looking a little more orange than red today. Maybe it's the way the lights hit in the paint job.
Is at flight level 220, climbing flight level 240. Generic November 56, stop at Houston Center radar contact, continue to Alpha Echo X-ray.
Okay, so I don't know which is coming first. I don't know what's coming first here, because I see Fort Massachusetts up now too. I think Ocean Springs is this first waypoint, and I believe Fort Massachusetts is the dot behind it. And of course, off to our right is actually our target of Baton Rouge. Yeah, we're not gonna see these landmarks today, unfortunately. All we get to see is a bunch of clouds. We got another aircraft up here. Is that the same one? I think that's the same aircraft. N56A. November 56 Alpha. Have we hit? Okay, so Fort Massachusetts is the next waypoint, which was my next point of interest. So what's coming up after Fort Massachusetts? So after Fort Massachusetts, we also have the Crescent City Connection New Orleans Bridge. We could also be hitting Papa's Charlie uniform, or we could be hitting Kilo Mike Sierra Yankee, Armstrong, New Orleans International. Gulfport, Biloxi International. So, yeah, this flight wasn't long, and I made it, I probably made it 224 miles just because of me adding in what I added in, because, I mean, we've only got 122 nautical miles to the airport. That's as the crow flies. So, but some of these points of interest and stuff are close together. Welcome in. You know, again, people, it keeps blinking in and out. I don't know if anybody's actually here or not. I think people dropping in like I probably do on videos for maybe like 5-10 seconds. I think we're going 3 hours today, but I'm not sure. Like I said, about a half hour's wasted just getting off the ground, which should have only taken 15 minutes. And I really wish there wasn't cloud cover, because I wanted to see what Fort Massachusetts looked like. Granted, I pre-plan these. I don't actually fly them before I fly live, but I pre-plan them. I could have, you know, I could have done a roll map thing and just hit departure as the Fort Massachusetts waypoint, popped in and took the drone down, but I don't. Because like, I took the drone and like 4 down to show you guys the Alabama, because I was interested in doing. I'm interested in this fort, but I don't know if we can get, if we'll see anything down here. Because it is on an island in the middle of the Gulf, so just off of Louisiana. So I know we're in Louisiana now. So what do I know about Louisiana? You got New Orleans. You got the New Orleans Saints football team. the biggest thing that happened to New Orleans was Hurricane Katrina, um, which happened a lot years ago, where a lot of things happened that probably shouldn't happen, like inmates that were never unlocked from, police officers, jailers never went to the jail to make sure to help the inmates stay alive during Katrina. And there had to be jailbreaks, inmates on roofs, just on the roofs of the jails, hoping that they don't drown. A lot of the flood, or I guess a lot of the restraints in New Orleans at the time didn't work because New Orleans is below the water level, so they got hit with a lot. What do we have over here? We got a Delta airline in the air over there. Let's see. You got Mardi Gras that happens in New Orleans. New Orleans is famous for their Cajun. Just a lot of different types of food. You had NCIS New Orleans, starring Scott Bakula, took place in New Orleans. And Lake Pontchartrain is somewhere around here. Let's see. You got Louisiana Tech. You have the University of Louisiana. They don't have any major league teams that I know of. I don't recall any AAA baseball teams. I say they don't have any professional. I said they don't have any major league baseball teams. They do have the Saints, like I said. They do have a major league football team. They have a pro football team. Okay. We are now over the fort. Right? Yeah, fort. For a minute there, I thought it said port. I'm like, uh-oh. Alright, where are we going to next? Okay, I'm not sure what that square thing is, but we're heading there. I can't remember. This might be our next radial. This is either Papa Charlie uniform or it is Kilo Mike Sierra Yankee Armstrong, New Orleans International. Although it could be our Crescent City Connection New Orleans bridge. Those are the three things it could be. Welcome in. Say hi. Drop chats. I don't know what this is coming up. Just like I said, I wrote them down in the order we pass over them, but I didn't put them over in the order that we actually are flying over them. So, I'm gonna zoom back up for you guys there now. No one seems to want to chat today. I guess that's okay. I wish I knew who was blinking in and out on the viewer counter. Like I said, I had posted in the community tab that I was going to go live at 10. And then I pushed that back and edited the post and put 10:30. Granted, whoever saw the original post, if you saw it, didn't know that I had changed it to 10:30. But I've never had any. I haven't yet. I haven't built up the same community that comes in and watches my streams. So I don't have people waiting on me to go live when I do get ready to go live. So I know some. I know people are at least dropping in for a few seconds. And we got quite a few things to still go over, even though the airport is closer. It was that close. Like I said, we went a little north, south. We went a little bit of everywhere. What do we got going on over here? We've got. Yeah, we got 2 aircraft. Again, I'm not quite sure what this next waypoint is. And with the cloud cover, we're not going to see it. So sometimes picking waypoints doesn't turn out to be helpful when we can't see what they are. And we're not about to be going below the cloud cover now, are we? Where are we at? We're still climbing, although we've hit our altitude ceiling for this aircraft. But we've slowed down. We were going about 110, 113. Now we're going 97. Every time I touch the screen, this stupid welcome to chat thing keeps popping up on me. Like, I don't need that. I'm just trying to zoom in or out, and the stupid thing keeps telling me that. Oh, that's there's a waypoint thingy over there. Well, folks, again, I don't know much about Louisiana. I know they're famous for their crawfish. There's a lot of Cajun cuisine. You got your quarter, the French Quarter, the Pontchartrain. I wrote down all the flight information, but I don't write down. I don't have a way to really make more notes to write down information about our location. So I am not relying on chat, but I was hoping chat would fill in the gaps to give us stuff to talk about. We've got 18 days left, people. 18 days left till 2024 is released. Yep, so it comes out on the 19th. Today's the 1st. Again, I have no idea leading up to the 18th what I'm gonna do. You know, this Capitals the Capitals because I got the Texan and I decided to go from Richmond all the way to basically do the capitals of the Republic of Texas, I decided to stick with the same aircraft, so we've had multiple more legs than I would have had if I had picked a different plane per thing. Because if I just went from Richmond to, like, I would have had to do one leg with this plane, and if I had done it that way to go to Texas, I would have had to pick. We would have stopped in North Carolina, and then I would have picked another plane. And there's no telling if that plane would have been able to be a leg on leg 2, if we would have been able to skip over South Carolina, or what the flight would have been. But I wanted, because we were going to Texas, I decided to stay with the T6 Texan. After I get to San Antonio, I need to see. I said something about going to Mexico City, and if I pick I ask for a random number to be given to me by my phone for the number of aircraft I have in the library, and then I fly that number it tells me, and depending on what plane we land on, the number I land on to pick the plane determines how many legs or something the trip will have. But we're gonna go from the next trip is from San Antonio, whatever you want to call that, San Antonio to New Mexico, or not New Mexico, to Mexico City, Mexico. I don't know of any tiny waypoints along the way, other than if I'm limited to mileage, I'll just have to pick an airport to land at for that leg before we get there. But hopefully we can make Mexico City to San Antonio. Hopefully we can do that in one leg, no matter what plane I pick. So, but after that, I don't know, because if I stream today, like, if I'm streaming today, and then tomorrow, if I stream tomorrow, leg 6 will be from Baton Rouge to Galveston, Texas. And I looked at it the other day, we will be able to fly all the capitals of the Republic of Texas in one flight. So that will definitely be a more custom flight, because I gotta pick waypoints. I also have to look for the 6th capital that Wikipedia says the Republic had, to add it as a waypoint and make a note of it to tell you guys what that waypoint might be. And then but that leg 7 will be all in one trip. We got a United airline of us. So, yeah, if I stream tomorrow and Sunday, we should be finished with this, but it all depends on whether my nerves in my elbows hurt after today, whether I stream tomorrow. Sunday is usually the day I stream anyway, so there will be one Sunday. I didn't put in. I might put a community post about Sunday. I didn't want to put one about Sunday if I didn't know I was going to go tomorrow, because I can't say, hey, I can say join me like I usually. I don't know if I think I say join me for my live at such and such time for our trip. I don't know if I said what leg we were on. Excuse me. Hiccups. But if I did say which leg, I didn't want to, like, post ahead of time, like, make a community post for Sunday, and then I didn't do Saturday, and I said, well, join me for leg 7, and I hadn't done leg 6, so. I wish I knew what this was, and 19,900 feet, which we should not legally be at, but we will be. Okay. I'm glad we're not in the midst of the clouds. We are above them, but we're not seeing these waypoints and points of interest. Like we keep seeing the Baton Rouge itself was a lot closer. We ended up with 224 nautical miles because of the waypoints I picked. So I don't think when you put your flight plan in and all that, I think it calculates all the distance that you're flying, not from like your starting position to the last position. Although it could have been 224 from my first to the last. I didn't do the GPS. I could have checked GPS straight from one to the other and then added in without the VORs and the other stuff. I could have checked the mileage just to see if it did change or not. But I think it does change based on what your waypoints and stuff are. So it's not as the crow flies. But I think in here it's as the crow flies. Like from our position coming up, Baton Rouge is 80-something miles. But as far as I know, we've crossed 2 of our points of interest and 2 of our flyovers for airports. And I have quite a few airports left. And I don't know what this is. This is not one of the radials. I know that much. So it's not Papa Charlie uniform. But so it's either. It's either the Crescent City Connection, New Orleans Bridge, or it is Armstrong New Orleans International Airport. But I think this is the bridge. I believe this is the bridge.
Houston Center, Matty 8178, tree flight level 190. Matty 8178, Houston Center, radar contact, continue to Papa Charlie uniform.
Oh, Papa Charlie uniform. Okay, so this is a radio? Yes, we're on our way to Papa Charlie uniform. So, but this is the radial. But the radial is at 12. The waypoint's at 11 something. So, I don't know. I don't have a radial and a point of interest next to each other. So, based on what ATC said, we're heading to Papa Charlie uniform. We're just going to assume it's that. So, our next waypoint could be a lot of different things than after this. I gave you what I thought it was. the three things I thought it could have been. So I believe after we hit Papa Charlie Uniform, we're probably doing Crescent City Connection New Orleans Bridge. I believe that's next, more so than the airport, but I could be wrong. Welcome in. We got 2 people watching. Go ahead and chat with me. Say hi. Let me know who's watching. We're this far into a stream, and I think we're just halfway to the airport. Or landing in Baton Rouge, because, well, 30 minutes were kind of effed up just trying to get off the ground in Mobile. Well, the counter went to 2, and then it went back to 0, so hopefully you guys are still watching and the counter's just being weird. I see my co-pilots laying in her doggy bed, but I don't see the other one. Where's Dodo? Elsie. Where's Shadow? I woke her up, I think. Shadow must be in the living room. Yeah, we have a crummy day here in East Tennessee. It's raining outside, so clouds over here in the Gulf is probably what should be actually here. Ooh, what do we got behind us here? We just passed by Stennis International. I mean, once you get above the clouds... Oh, that looks cool. Look at this, guys. Look at that cloud. That looks kind of cool. There's like a little mountain sticking up out of the ground, out of the cloud there. And I definitely will be getting off of here, and we'll definitely be able to raid Nate Wolf 49 today. If he is live today. He hasn't flown the last 2 days. So he probably got busy with IRL and couldn't fly. On Tuesday, he did a long stream, about 10 hours. So maybe he needed a 2-day break from streaming. Although he's gone back to back before, doing almost 12-hour streams one day and then getting on the next day and doing it. I don't know if he said he'd be able to stream this weekend or not. I think he said his child had stuff that they had to do. So, I don't recall if he's gonna be on here. Okay, have we hit this radio? Have we hit the radio? Okay, well, here's our next waypoint. So next we're hitting the Crescent City Connection New Orleans Bridge. So we should, yep, there we go, we're starting to turn. Let's get in the cockpit for this. I don't know why, but I like watching watching us bank when we're in the cockpit view. I kind of wished it was clear skies below us, so we could see some of these waypoints I picked out. We got to see the Alabama anyway. Okay, so, and then Baton Rouge now is Baton Rouge is 73 according to as the crow flies, but we've got 40 miles till we get to the bridge. And the AI is in charge, and we're not going to be diving, hopefully we're not diving under the cloud cover to try to fly under the bridge, because even if I was in control, that would be a bad idea. Both dogs left the room. Just a minute, folks. I am going to set you down for the bad angle. But let me go check what the DOGs are up to. Alright, and I'm back. Just had to check where the dogs were. They're in the living room, chillaxing. In fact, the older one stole the little one's bed. Okay, we're flying over Sidell. Or Sidell. I don't know if that's what that is. I don't know if that's an airport or not. Or a town. Well, I'm gonna do me a favor and plug the phone in. Are we charging? Yeah, good thing I did. We're at 48%. Set you guys down again for a second. I gotta get my... Well, I was gonna do something, but never mind. It's raining outside here, and the humidity is probably high. It's more humid outside than in the house, so I don't know if I should take a prep my cigar for smoking. I think I will, though. I'll just pull it out of the humidor here. This isn't really a cigar channel, but I'm just sharing with what I'm doing. So I have here a Habano from J.C. Newman. I don't know how big it is, but pretty good sized cigar. That's what I'm gonna go out and smoke after this stream today. In fact, I need to open the package so that we get some, so it can readjust to the humidity level. And I keep having to sit you guys down to stare at the plane, but I know that's a very bad angle. That's hence I probably don't do anything else. But Yesterday, I tried to make a video of me playing Star Trek Online with the camera on the left side of me on the table here with my phone stand, but it cut off a lot, as you guys saw today. It cuts off quite a bit of the TV screen, and it didn't look too good, and somehow I ran out of storage space after 1 hour. So apparently my camera with recording can only hold an hour. I doubt that. I've made longer than that, but I don't know what's going on. Which was bad because I was doing the tutorial mission for Star Trek Online Federation, which is Federation 2409, and the first mission basically takes over 2 hours, and my phone stopped recording with like 5 minutes still left, and I didn't know it stopped, so I finished it up, and then I'm like, I can't post this because I was not about to sit there and replay the tutorial to get to the point where where the video had stopped recording, because that would have just been bad. Anyway, I watched part of my video back that I made yesterday of that game, and because it was resting on the phone stand and the way it didn't capture the whole TV screen, there was a lot on the bottom that got cut off and off to one side or the other. So I didn't upload that, but I really wish I could make other games. But you know, Flight Sim, I can put the AI pilot on, and we can watch, and I pick the flight. I do what I can with the one hand on the controller, but almost anything else involves having two hands on the controller. And the only way I could ever do the train sim world would be to ride as a passenger. Like I said, that's probably a good idea for if I'm first showcasing a route as new DLC. I should have done that with when Train Sim World 5 came out. I could go back and do a full ride-along. But when you have branch lines, then you want to showcase those too. And I don't know if I could do that all in one stream. You know, do the whole route as a passenger in one stream. Especially if there's branch offs. And like with Cajon Pass, you have to find a way to find a train that's going the direction you want to. And climb aboard and sit in one of the other seats and not be the driver, which is not that easy to figure out sometimes. But we keep blinking from 1 to 0, so I don't know what's going on today with the viewers. We've had 2 people drop in and drop out, so but usually by now I've got someone that's come in for a while and watched. So far that hasn't happened, but I think we have half a flight still to go, and we're 90 minutes in, so we're a little more than 90 minutes in. We're about an hour and 45 minutes in, and it just looked like my stupid ambient light thing screwed up on the phone. Oh, full bright. Okay. So I know I've talked about some of what my cigar stuff in my videos. I don't know if I want to start doing reviews or not. Yeah, YouTube's a little weird if I actually was doing that, probably. But I'm not monetized, so it doesn't really affect much if they take a video down. In fact, I am smoking when I channel update videos, so. I don't know. Alright, so we know We know our next waypoint, and we're well, a little more than halfway there. Or, yeah, we're just over halfway there. Like I said, I didn't know we had this type of cloud coverage. Because we can't see all the beautiful waypoints I picked. Ooh, we can see a little bit. There is some cloud breakage right here. But I don't see any points of interest. There's no little markers to look at. But we did get some break in the clouds right here. Oh, let's see. What else is Louisiana? Louisiana is known as for the Louisiana Purchase, made by Thomas Jefferson and Lewis and Clark expedition to learn about the new territory that Thomas Jefferson purchased from the French. So I don't remember how much of the Louisiana territory what it actually covered, but yeah, it was a French territory. There was a little bit of everybody in Europe, I think, over here on the North American continent before the British kind of took control.
Houston Center, Matty 8178 tree, 17,100 feet.
Matty 8178 tree, Houston Center, altimeter tree 0.12 radar contact continue.
Alright, now we're just under halfway to the bridge. Are we going to be able to see the bridge? Well, we might be over water right now. Yeah, we're over water right now. That's not just dark clouds under that's water. So there is a break in some of these clouds. And once we hit the... Well, once we cross the bridge here, that's all the points of interest that I picked. All that will be left for waypoints will be radials and the flyovers for the airports. Now, flyovers, let me reiterate. Flyovers might be something I actually picked as a waypoint, or it's an airport we actually flew over, but I didn't put it as a waypoint. I've never had these Habanos from J.C. Newman, so I hope it's good. And I hope there's not a whole lot of wind outside, because my lighters don't like the wind, and my room kind of smells like cigar smoke, but I don't smoke in the house. Mom doesn't want me to, and I dare not light a cigar and puff on it a few times before I step outside. Her nose does not work for other things, but it works when it comes to cigars. And she don't like them. She don't like the smell of them. I have not found one cigar yet that my mother's like, ooh, I like the smell of that. Welcome in. Drop me a chat. Stick around.
Houston Central United 1061.
I swear, folks, it sounds like I'm begging, and I know it probably does, but
United 1061.
I just
Houston Central radar contact.
I see people drop in. I'm trying to interact with them. And again, I don't know if the viewer meter is blinking in and out. If someone's actually here when it says 0, but it doesn't seem like anybody sticks around long. But I know my subscribers, at least, I don't know about my subscribers, but I know once these go up, they're getting views. One of the shorts I made, based off of the last live stream, did pretty well. My near mid-air collision has gotten about over 150 views. And I didn't say this in my channel update video, but yeah, that mate got 150 something views. It's the second highest short I have, other than me pre-ordering 24. And then my Train Sim World 5 video, Moving the Train Part 2, has gotten 3,000 views. And it seems to be the only video that's still getting views. That I can tell. The view counter keeps going up on it, and I can visually tell that. A lot of my other videos have dropped off. I got a comment on one of my videos the other day, and I felt like I responded. I replied to this comment, but of course, the person could have the best intentions, but of course I'm reading it, and it sounds like they're being not nitpicky. It sounds like they're trying to tell me something like I don't know something, so they're probably just basing it on the fact they're watching the Train Sim World 2 video, and they didn't look at anything else I had put out there. And then of course my reply makes me sound like an asshole. When I'm like, because it's all in text, you don't know. But it comes across as I'm an asshole. I'm like, yes, I know. But you know, I guess a lot of people get that when like people like, hey, did you know? I'm like, yeah, okay. Sometimes you gotta go and watch a little more than just that one video you watch for 5 minutes to know what's going on a channel, especially mine, because I'm always talking about what I'm doing in almost all my videos. You probably know more about what I'm up to based on my live streams and long videos versus than if you watch a channel update. Again, I forgot to say what's going on with the channel with the view count stuff. Alright, what do we got going on down here? Okay, we're 5 miles to hit the bridge. Not hit the bridge, but till we get to the waypoint. There is some breakage in the clouds, but of course a bridge is a bridge, and we're probably over water. So it's not like we're gonna miss much, other than we won't see the bridge, will we? Because the bridge is right there, folks. Like I said, we're over water. But it looked like I saw the road, the bridge down there for the road, so. Okay. No sense in zooming in. The cloud coverage is pretty tight here, so. We're about to find out what the next thing is. Like I said, the next thing, we've hit all the points of interest now. So it's either a radial or a airport that we fly over. So this could be Kilo Mike Sierra Yankee, known as Armstrong New Orleans International. Could be our next point of interest because we've only got one more radial, and that would be Romeo, Quebec, Romeo. Okay, what's at 11? Okay, here we go. So our next waypoint is Armstrong International Airport. And we are turning. Oh god, let me zoom out. Sorry guys. So, yep, we're turning, making a right bank to Armstrong. Sort of next. We are going to Kilo Mike Sierra Yankee. Armstrong, New Orleans International, okay? And then we've got something just past it as well. So, just past it could be the thing past the airport is either going to be Romeo, Quebec, Romeo, or it is going to be Kilo Alpha Papa Sierra, which is St. John the Baptist Parish. It's an airport. Well, that's a name and a half for an airport, isn't it? And I can't tell what that might be next. We've only got one radial left, and the rest are airports to hit. As we're circling, they've almost been circling the airport at Baton Rouge. If we hadn't gone down to the fort and to the bridge, we would have already been in Baton Rouge Airport by now. Okay, we're just over, almost 4 minutes over our 2-hour mark on the live stream counter. And I believe we got probably an hour to go. Like I said previously in the stream, we wasted more time than I wanted to on the ground. AI didn't want to cooperate. Then the AI didn't want to know how to taxi properly. My failed attempt at a takeoff. Twice. Hopefully I can handle the landing. Okay, are we still... Alright, we've got... What field does that say? Trone Field off to our right, or off to our left. And we've got something behind here. I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit. But I'm gonna stick with this till we hit our flyover point. And that is just under 60 miles left till we get to Baton Rouge. But we're going a little bit all over the place. So 58 miles as from our point to that point over there. Alright, what do we got coming up next? Okay, at just under 20 miles, it's just a little icon thing that might be our Romeo, Quebec Romeo. Our third radial. We'll find out here in a second. Zoom all the way out right now.
Houston Center United 11908, flight level 350. United 11908, Houston Center radar contact continued.
Alright. So I'm gonna say we're heading to Romeo, Quebec, Romeo. Okay, so there's a little bit of break in the clouds. But I don't know. You guys, we can't see the actual airport we just flew. Nope. Well, it's a green dot thing, so it's a waypoint. Okay, there's the airport that we meet. That's our final destination. What is this? Oh, I see a name now. Okay, alright, so that's, what did I say? That is, our next waypoint is Kilo Alpha Papa Sierra, St. John's the Baptist Parish. That is what is 12 miles out. Okay, so we're running low. We're definitely almost done because we've got one radial to hit. So we have we have a waypoint and we have a flyover. As we change frequencies. changing frequencies again.
125.5, 9817 Tree. Goodbye. New Orleans approaching 9817 Tree, 9,800 feet. 9817 Tree, New Orleans approach altimeter tree 0.12 radar contact continue.
So it came down in altitude, which should be about what we're doing, although for our descent that makes sense. We've got two waypoint things to hit before we need to call for pattern, and I'm probably gonna handle that radio call, and then like I said, what I need to do is make sure to I gotta make sure we make our calls in the pattern, because I think because the AI didn't call that we were on the base leg, the Airbus got ahead of us in the on the same runway, even though they were told to follow the general aviation plane in. But granted, they probably can't fly and land at the speed we were flying. So, ATC should have told us to slow down or go around. And I don't believe ATC gave us that call. That's 6 miles to St. John. And are we straight ahead of it? Of course, no, we're straight ahead if we do that. Baton Rouge is off to our right. We have this. Once we hit this, like I said, we have one more airport to fly over, and we need to catch our final radio. And when I know those are done, and then I will radio to get our directions for landing. But I might have to hit active pause so I can handle the radio. I gotta get me a drink here again. Go to show you that my family doesn't think what I do is important or hard work. My dad thinks that this is fun, just fun. That there's no stress or difficulty to what me streaming involves. And I'm like, no, it's not fun like you would call fun. Yes, I enjoy things flying, but I'm not flying. I'm not just sitting here and actually enjoying what's going on. I'm concentrating on things. If I just popped in and did this for fun, it'd be different. I wouldn't have to be talking to a camera or holding up a camera. So, and getting nerve pinches and stuff like that. So, it's just interesting that my family doesn't think what I do is important. I don't have a job. I'm creative. I don't know how creative these are, but I gave myself a job to do, basically. Okay, is this what we're about to... Okay, we hit that waypoint now. Okay, now we're turning Okay, whatever's at the 23. Okay, whatever's at 22 miles, it's not Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge is at 38. So again, this is either our radial or the last airport we have over here, the 6 Lima Alpha 2, Capolzia. Anyway, I don't know exactly what the waypoint is. We know it's not the 37 one. Are we slightly turning? No. As much as I'm holding the phone crooked. And it's a good thing I did plug the phone in. Like I said, we were just under 50%. And I need a good enough charged battery to go out. Because I go outside, I might rewatch this. I play some games, watch some other videos on YouTube while I'm smoking. Let's see, so started about 10, a little before 10:30, correct? So it's going on 1 o'clock now, 1 p.m. my time. I have a feeling we will be hitting, maybe not be getting 3 hours, but we'll be closing in on it. And, we're in the middle of the clouds for sure, because it doesn't look very pleasant out here. Well, because we haven't gotten a name for this yet, I'm gonna assume that this is Romeo, Quebec Romeo, that's at the 16 miles. Like I said, we got that, and we have one other flyover within the next 30 miles. So when I have to radio Baton Rouge, I might have to hit the active pause button to do the radio call, so we're not getting too close to the airport without me having the right directions. Nothing worse, and it wastes time if you're doing enough. You've flown over it, and then then you've got to do the call. Sometimes I don't know, sometimes the AI pilot likes to, do a join. Okay, so we're changing to the approach for Baton Rouge, Ryan. So, because he said radar contact, not continue to Romeo, Quebec, Romeo. Okay, we got Cal Meyer Field out there. I'm gonna assume this is the 6 Lima Alpha 2 Capolzi. Again, because he didn't say continue to Romeo, Quebec, Romeo. and I have no way of confirming that per se, but I have a feeling that this was that this waypoint we're at going to right now is the airport, not the radio. Usually they tell you if the radio's the next thing you're continuing to, they'll tell you what it was. Like earlier they told us continue to Papa Charlie uniform. So he just said continue. So I'm assuming, which I know what you get when you assume. I'm assuming we're hitting the airport and then the radial, and then I have to get our approach and pattern directions, which is all going to be in a tight frame. That's why I said I'm going to do an active pause. We haven't gotten, nobody's came in, wanted to talk today. Friday, I know I've never streamed on a Friday before, so this is the first time, for a Friday. I knew Luke said he works, whatever. Excuse me. Alright, there, I hope I muted that. Anyway, so I knew Luke said he was had to work, so he might not be able to join us today. Not us. Okay, we got Don Bubbin Private off that direction. And this should be that airport, because we're in the clouds. I have no way of confirming if it's a grass field or what. What's off here, off to the right side here? Move that over there. We got Port Vincent off to the right. Yeah, no way of knowing what see what this airport looks like. And we got Double H Ranch off to our left as well. Double H Ranch is at our 9. Hello, welcome in. Say hi in the chat, hit that thumbs up. Hit that notify bell if you're a subscriber to be notified of when I go live or make posts or upload videos. And if you like enough of my content to want to keep seeing it, of course, subscribe. We're looking at closing to try to hit that 100 subscriber mark. Ever since I started uploading videos again, I've been trying to get us. I've put the goal low, technically low for subscriber count. It's been by 25. First one was to hit 50, so I could figure out how to do lives. Then we hit 75. We went beyond 75 last week. We hit 78 last week. Right now we're at 85, which I said in my update video. But, mm, uh, we need 15. I need 15 more people to come in and subscribe. I believe this is the only thing left. Okay, I'm gonna hit active pause. Let's radio. Nearest airport. Okay, we don't want Capalzi, so we still gotta fly over Capalzi. I want Metropolitan.
Ryan Tower Matty 8178 is 16 miles southeast, 3,100 feet with Kilo to land.
Matty 8178 Ryan Tower. Altimeter train 0 decimal 111082 and 4. Climb us downwind runway 22 left.
Right, so we're landing 22 left.
Fly left downwind runway 22 left Matty 8178.
Okay, now, it said we had the ATIS without us listening to ATIS. So let's listen to ATIS, and I will hit the active unpause button. Well, okay, we're not gonna get ATIS then. Okay. Well, and there's no options right now, so we're just gonna close out this. And are we now moving? Yes, okay. Apparently I wasn't unpaused yet. So this, okay, pattern entries at 11. I don't recall us hitting our radial or our last airport, although I believe we hit the last airport. Maybe the radial is around the airport and I probably didn't take it off the flight plan. I wanted to listen to ATIS, but didn't come up when I clicked on it, as you guys saw. Hopefully, the pilot calls the stuff today. Where exactly are we? We're landing there. Are we doing an ILS? Because I can't tell based on these red marks how the pattern is. Other than that's how we're gonna fly. What's below us right here? Shenandoah. I couldn't make the stupid way I hit the button. Okay, we got an aircraft there. If we're hitting the pattern here, I I think that's that on the right side, I think is the landing hash mark to fly. So, but I'm not sure the way it looks on the screen. I don't know exactly how this pattern is, because I think some of it's missing. Because we have to do a, your pattern, and then your leg. So our pattern entry is our downwind. Then you do your base leg, which is your crosswind. Then you do your final, which is hopefully a headwind. But we are low, getting, our altitude is going down, so for us to land, yeah, we're a little over 1,000 feet. We should be seeing a lot more stuff here. Okay, the city of Baton Rouge off to our left side here. Okay, now can I make out what we're doing with the flight pattern? Not really. Other than we're probably too fast. And we haven't turned yet. Maybe we're doing a join, I don't know. We should be making a left bank, because I think this over there is where you would turn for your base leg. Unless we're just gonna turn bank to the right into the pattern here. That's Meridale, we just flew over. My God, we could technically land right now. You know what? My aircraft, gear down, flaps out. Right, folks, this is not pretty. This is me controlling the plane. And we're gonna land in a taxiway. What do we get? Negative 829, 1 star. Alright. Your aircraft, co-pilot. Right, folks? Well, it's not raining. And I got us down on the ground. And now it's the co-pilot's job to try to get us to where we belong. And he needs to get us a parking spot. And then I gotta figure out kind of where we parked in hopes I can put us back there for the next leg. Which I don't think happened when we took off from Mobile. I don't think I was in where we parked last time. Hello, welcome in. We just landed at Baton Rouge Metropolitan Ryan Airport, and we're hopefully gonna get our taxi directions to our parking spot. Looks like some GA are parked over here. And I think someone, well, not a plane, it's vehicles. Get off the damn run the taxiway, damn vehicle. Hey, there is a tower, but I don't think the AI changed frequencies. Brown fields. Ew, that sounds gross. I have no idea what the co-pilot here is doing. Is that another? We got a GA plane there. We got a GA plane there. So, we're probably where GA planes are parked. Yep, okay. Well, folks, we've made it with my mishaps, my landing, which, again, maybe I should have let us go into the pattern. I would have gotten better landings. But, okay, so we're near the tower. We're parked near the tower. If only I can remember that for when I exit the exit here. That was leg 5. Welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I would try doing a Cajun voice, a Louisianan accent, but it would be terrible, and I don't want to attempt it. We'll just put it. But and it was not as nice of a flight as I would have hoped, because we didn't get to see some of the stuff. We saw, at least we got to pass over the USS Alabama and saw it again. But, again, join me tomorrow, 10 o'clock. I'll be going live to do, leg 6. I want to finish this off this weekend, because maybe we'll spend all week next week getting to Mexico City if we need to. But, alright, folks, I will see you later. Remember to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, notify bell. Goodbye.